This video will show you how to assemble your Lazy Lee. Before beginning, be sure to double check your packaging to make sure all hardware is inside. Using your technical drawing as a reference, confirm that all of your shelving is present in the packaging as well. In addition to the included hardware, you will also need some additional tools like a screwdriver, level, power drill, and some 2.5-inch screws to fasten the side panels to the wall. You may also need a saw if you are going to be cutting any base molding. Start off by installing single pins in the top and bottom holes of each of the side panels. You will be assembling the Lazy Lee while it's laying on the ground and then standing it up, so lay out the top and bottom panels roughly where they will go. Remember to refer to your technical drawing or elevation to determine the correct layout of your panels. Attach the bottom panel to the side panels by sliding the cams onto the pins and then tighten them by turning clockwise with a Phillips head screwdriver. Please note that the bottom panel of the Lazy Lee differs from most other bottom panels in our closet systems because it is tightened from the top side instead of the bottom. You will also notice the recessed circle in the middle of the panel, which the turning mechanism will rest upon. Attach the two side panels to the bottom panel as shown, and then move on to the top panel and attach them there as well, using the same method. Once you've got the first two panels fastened top and bottom, you can install the third panel and tighten it as well. The next part of the installation is to assemble and position the toe kick. You will be positioning and attaching the toe kick, then removing it. Final installation of it should be done after the Lazy Lee is upright and all supporting components have been put in place. First, attach the brackets to the toe kick as shown, using the included screws. The exact side-to-side positioning of the bracket is not critical, but the brackets should be lined up with the edge of the toe kick. Next, position the toe kick on the underside of the bottom panel along the front-facing edge. It should be recessed 1/8 of an inch from the front edge. You will be installing system screws into the bottom panel to receive the bracket openings, so mark the spots on the bottom panel as shown. The marks should be 1.5 inches from the front edge. Now, install the system screws to attach the toe kick to the bottom panel. Then, back them out just enough to slide the toe kick out. Make sure you are able to slide the toe kick on again without adjusting the screws, as this is how the toe kick will attach once the Lazy Lee is stood upright. Because the bottom panel of the Lazy Lee is oriented with the locking cams facing upwards, some additional support will be needed underneath it. Place the included components in an L formation on the floor as shown before sliding the Lazy Lee in place over them. Then, slide 2 additional slats in place as shown to provide additional support. The precise placement of these slats is not critical, they just need to be supporting the center of the bottom panel. Next, install the ball bearing mechanism. Simply put one of the solid surface plates in place in the center cutout, then place the balls on the inner ring. Then, stack the other plate on top. Next, place the rotating bottom shelf on top of the ball bearing mechanism. Insert pins into the 8 pre-drilled holes in the rotating bottom shelf. Insert the first side panel so that the cam locks are facing the inside of the Lazy Lee. Lock these 4 cams by turning clockwise with a Phillips head screwdriver. Install the next panel in the same manner. Now you will install the top panel in the exact same manner. Insert the pins, then turn the top shelf over so that the pins are facing down and drop one of the 2 included brass sleeves into the center hole. Place it on top and line up all the pins, and lock down the cams. Now use a ladder or step stool to reach the top of your Lazy Lee, and then drop in the brass sleeve. Next, drop in the steel pin. And make sure it drops down to the top of the rotating assembly. Next, install pins in all of these central holes that the center panel will attach to. Slide the center panel into place and lock down all of the cams. Insert pins into the outer holes on the top and bottom rotating panels, then install the vertical slat. Tighten down these cams as well. The next step is to install the primary rounded shelf. Our installer is measuring and marking so as to install it at the vertical halfway point. Please note that the rounded shelf uses a different pin for installation. Notice that it has a pointed tip and larger shoulder than the pins we have been using up to this point. Install the 3 pins at the height you want your shelf. Rotate the outer slat so that the pin is pointed inwards. Now lower the rounded shelf into place and tighten it from below by turning clockwise with a Phillips head screwdriver. Next, measure for any additional shelves you would like to install. These use standard shelf pins. Simply insert the pins where you want them and then drop the shelves into place. When you're done installing shelves on one side, you can rotate the Lazy Lee and repeat these steps on the other side. Install the main shelves in the same manner. You can put them at any height you would like. Your Lazy Lee is now assembled, and the only thing left to do is slide in the toe kick.